The decision is yours. So I'm just going to give this a try now. Even though that is cashew nut cream cheese, it really doesn't taste like nuts, I have to say. It's so creamy and cheesy, it's delicious. Hi everyone and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make this delicious cashew nut cream cheese chicken and rice. As I just mentioned, today I'm going to be making a really nice chicken and rice meal. So this recipe is really easy to do, and this is a really nice dish to have at the weekend, but it's also a really easy mid-week meal as well. I am using cashew nut cream cheese today, and the recipe for my cashew nut cream cheese I will link in the description box below for you. But if you didn't want to use cashew nut cream cheese, you could use cream cheese. To start this recipe, I have preheated my oven to about 200 degrees, and that's so I can cook the chicken in a little while. And now I'm going to make the sauce. So I've put a saucepan and I'm going to put that onto a high heat on my hob, and I'm just going to add a little bit of oil to the base of that pan, and I'm going to leave the pan to heat up. The saucepan is getting nice and hot, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a red onion to the base of this pan. You don't have to use a red onion, you could use any type of onion you like, and what I've simply done is just peeled, sliced and diced the onion, and I'm just going to add the onion to the base of the pan as I just said, and I'm going to fry the onion until it starts to go soft. But before I go, I just wanted to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you want to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also, if you did really enjoy this video, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to leave those as well. Everything like that really helps me out, and I would really appreciate it if you could do that. So I'm going to just turn the heat down on this, and I'm going to continue to fry these onions until they start to soften. The onions have started to soften, and they've also started to go a lovely golden brown colour. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the garlic. So I have 2 cloves of garlic that I've simply just peeled and sliced, and I'm just going to pop those into the saucepan as well. And I'm just going to fry these for about 30 seconds or so, just to get some heat through the garlic, and just until you can smell the garlic as well. That's when you know it's time to move on, but keep frying it at the same time, obviously. We just want it to go slightly golden brown as well, and it's just started to go golden brown. So I'm going to add in my carrots now, and I have 1 carrot that I've just simply peeled, sliced and diced, and I'm going to add that to the base of the pan like so. And I'm going to fry the carrot for probably a good 5 minutes. I have sliced them very thinly as well, just to try and penetrate them with the heat a little bit quicker. If you don't like them this thin, then you can chop them thicker, but you will need to fry them for longer, because you just want to penetrate them with heat to start the cooking process in them. Nobody really wants to bite into a raw carrot when they eat their chicken dinner, do they? So we must penetrate these carrots with heat, I have to say. So yes, I am just going to continue to fry these until they sort of start to soften and get nice and warm. It has taken about 5 minutes, but the carrots have started to soften. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my cashew nut cream cheese, and I have added a bit more milk to my cashew nut cream cheese, just to make it slightly runnier, so that when it cooks. So what happens when you cook cashew nuts is they tend to soak up a lot of the liquid, even when they're blended, and they make this sauce go quite thick. So I have added a bit of milk to the recipe, just to make the sauce a bit thinner, so that when it cooks in the oven, hopefully it will thicken up and be delicious. I would normally add spinach to the end of this meal, but my son wasn't too keen of the spinach at the end of this meal. But if you want to add spinach at the end, then you can. And I'm just going to leave this sauce on the heat now to heat through a little bit while I go and prepare the chicken and put it into a baking tray. The oven has almost preheated, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken into my baking tray. Now this is a Pampered Chef stoneware baking tray. I've mentioned these before in lots of videos, so if I'm boring you, I'm very sorry. But for anybody who's new, I like to use stoneware because you don't need any extra oil to cook with, and also it cooks the food evenly. Pampered Chef no longer exist in the UK. I think they may still exist in America, but they no longer exist here, so you can't buy these unfortunately anywhere. So if you do buy stoneware, if you're thinking of buying it, you can buy it on Amazon as well. So yes, I like to use this because it just cooks the food really evenly. It makes everything taste so good, and I don't need to use any extra oil either. But if you need to oil your baking tray, then please do that now. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to put the chicken in. You may hear the chicken sizzle because it was in the oven while it was preheating, and that helps to cook and penetrate the chicken a bit better. Oh, no sizzle today unfortunately, I must have left it out a bit too long. And now I'm just going to go and wash my hands. So I've washed my hands, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to pour the sauce over the top of the chicken as evenly as I can, and I'm going to put this sauce and chicken, well, baking tray, into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until the chicken goes a lovely golden brown colour. And to test how chicken is cooked, you just simply put a skewer in, and if the juices run clear from the chicken, then it's cooked. I always find that's the best way to check that if the chicken is cooked. So I'm off to put this into the oven now for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then I'm going to cook some rice, which I'll show you in a moment. So I'm going to cook the rice for this dish as well. If you didn't want to use rice, you could have it with pasta or potatoes. You could also have it with things like couscous as well, if you really like couscous. I'm just using some brown rice, and I have done a video on how to cook brown rice as well, and I will link that in the description box below for you. But basically what I've just done is I've just washed through the rice before I put it into the saucepan, and now I'm going to add some chicken stock to that. So I'm going to add about 600 mils of chicken stock. You want enough to cover the rice and then about 2 centimetres above. And the line on your middle finger is actually about 2 centimetres. I've measured it, and that's how you know if you've got enough liquid in the saucepan with the rice. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. So your finger has to touch the top of the rice, and if it reaches that line there, which it does, that's a perfect amount of liquid in with the rice. So now I'm going to put this onto high. I'm going to bring it to the boil, and then I will leave it to simmer. And once all the liquid has disappeared, that will mean that the rice is cooked, and it is beautiful when it's cooked this way as well. So please do try this method. Again, I will link that video in the description box below for you. As you can see, the pan has started to come to the boil. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it down to a medium heat. My chicken is still cooking in the oven at the moment, so I'm going to let the chicken cook and the rice cook. And as I said, once all of the liquid has disappeared from the rice, I will serve it up. Hopefully the chicken will be cooked by that point as well, and I will let you know how it tastes. The chicken has cooked. The juices are running clear from the chicken, so that means it's cooked. I can also see that down the bottom of the baking tray as well. So I'm going to remove this from the oven now, and my rice is nearly done, so I will serve up, and as I said earlier, I will let you know how it tastes. So I thought I'd just give this a little try for you and let you know how it tastes. It is very juicy, the chicken, I have to say, and the rice is really nice as well. I've actually cooked some green beans to go with it. My son didn't really like the spinach last time, as I mentioned at the beginning, and also I don't really have enough left to put in this meal either. I'd like the spinach for my breakfast tomorrow morning, so that's why I've cooked off some green beans. So you can have green beans with this, you could have spinach with this if you wanted to as well. The decision is yours. So I'm just going to give this a try now. Even though That is cashew nut cream cheese. It really doesn't taste like nuts, I have to say. It's so creamy and cheesy, it's delicious. And it really works well with the chicken and the rice as well. So I'm looking forward to that for my dinner this evening. That's how you make my delicious cashew nut cream cheese chicken and rice, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for our dinner this evening, and it smells and tastes so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.